Hello again, everybody. Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. It's Wednesday, the 2nd of November, and these are the charts of the day. Well, a tough day in Wall Street, a great, solid morning, but with the FOMC statements first initiated a spurt. But when Jerome Powel opened his mouth, the markets went down and down hard. One of the bigger plunges we've seen this year. Closing at the lows going away was a nasty day, but after hours, they're not too bad. They're only off a tad. We'll see if there's any follow through the downside. I still saw a lot of stocks today that were popping. Take a look at ATEN, interesting stock, which has been in a beautiful uptrend from the spring of 2020 all the way through the winter of 21, and when it spiked up to reach 1389 and then pull back. Over the last 6, 7, 8 months, you can see the consolidation base pattern. But boy, did it break out. Look at the last month, straight up the chute. Literally has gone from 1260 to about 18.75 in a very slow ascent, but starting to accelerate today, up 7%. It appears to me that since this is potentially an all-time high, it is an all-time high area, that if we can get above that spike high from last October of a year ago, and that was 19. Once we get to that, we might be looking at something in the low to mid 20s. ATNM, ATNM had a nice follow through day despite the market, although it did come down. It was still up $1.20 on the day, and it had a solid day volume-wise, 2.4 million for this stock. But it is way extended, folks. At this point, having gone from 695 to 1479, almost vertically, looking for some kind of consolidation setup for the next leg that could be in the 19 range. AXSM broke through resistance today, but didn't quite get to the 50-day, which is right there. That's resistance. If we do get a follow-through, and by the way, it's up 7 days in a row now. If we get a follow-through, I would expect a test of about 58, followed by a test of the 65 range. Those are your two targets going forward in AXSM. Bandwidth with a big pop today. If you take a look at the, there's two declining top lines, a long-term one and an intermediate-term one that looks like that. There was also kind of almost an inverse head and shoulders or left-handed extended V. Bottom line is that it broke out with big volume, trading 11.3 million, which is huge for that stock, biggest I've ever seen. Actually, the biggest since it went public back in 2017. So a big day on a breakout with volume. The extension targets will be 21-22 zone, and then we'll see where it goes from there. CHGG breaking out of a 7-month base with a breakaway gap. Pulled back though, even though it was up to almost 25 and finished, 27.83 was the high, finished 25.62 up, 451, a 21% gain, and the volume was 11.2 million, the biggest in 4 months. So this is breakout time, and I think although it did back off of what looks like resistance, the next target might be 31.32. DNLI popped. We put a swing on it. I just like the way this looks. I may be putting a swing on it. Sorry. Interesting company. Target 35. Secondary target 39. FRPT, fresh pad broke out of the base today, had a big engulfing bar, went from 55.75 to 66.25, finished 62.60 up 318 at 5%. Volume picked up to the best of 5 weeks. I'm now looking for a test of the May high coming in around 73. Horizon also coming through a declining top sign and a coil with a breakaway pop on 7.6 million, a gain of 10.8%. Your follow through target would be a gap fill and a run up near resistance around 78 to 9. LI, really nice report. The stock popped. It's been up now for a couple of days in a row on big volume. Today's volume was huge for this stock, 40.4 million. Next targets are 18.5 and 20. We'll see if it follows through. QURE broke out of a coiling base pattern that looked 3 months to develop, but it hasn't quite taken out 21.75 resistance. Your target, if that happens, 23.5, 25.5, and then we'll see where it goes from there. RYAM was a nice day trade for us today, but the key was that it took out a 2-year declining top line with a breakaway. It's now moved from 284 just 3 weeks ago to today's high of 645, nearly a triple already, but the momentum could carry this to the next target at 7. SCI also with a breakaway gap, a big pop, and a strong finish, 69.30. That was up 8.15, 3 million shares traded, but it's a huge breakaway. I would say that even though we're at resistance here, the next follow-through target is 72. And finally, ZYXI following through, finally got a reversal off of where I told you guys to sell it this morning. I said anywhere near 1290.13. I got up to 1291 and reversed to 1210, like many stocks did at the close. But take a look at the move it had just recently. A nice win for the tech traders from about 8 3/4 to nearly 13. That's it for tonight, everybody. Have a great evening. I'll talk to you tomorrow.